Yes, till now we have discussed about the importance or the advantages of field visits. Now, how to organize these field visits, we should know. So, we are going to discuss about the organization of field visits, organization of field visits or field trips. Now, one by one, we have to know. First, we have to plan by the students only. The field trip should be planned by the students, but in this planning by the students, the teacher has to guide the students to plan the field trip or field visit, whatever requirements are required, what to be needed, what materials or whatever it may be procured. So that means with the guide sheet the teacher has to provide all the information to plan the field visit or field trip to the by the students. So the planning must be done by the student, but the guidance should be given by the teacher with by providing a guide sheet which is to be the topics to be learned, whatever topics to be learned, what we the physical resources are required, what the administrative details. So we can provide, the teacher has to provide the guide sheet by the following details. The three types of details: so one is learning details, second one is physical details, third one is administrative details. One by one will learn what are the learning details, physical details, and administrative details. So, in planning, the effective planning gives good results in field visits or field trips. So, planning should be very effective, and that should be guided properly or guided effectively by the teacher by providing the guide sheet. So what we have to plan in learning details, learning details should consist all these things. First one is what concept to be learned using by visiting that place or field. Second one is which place they are going to visit. The third one is what data to be collected to learn the topics or generalize the topics, and which type of questions should be asked at the field or the place of visiting. So with these details we should prepare the plan. So first, in the learning details, what topic they are going to learn with the first hand experiences, and which place they are visiting, and which data should be collected to learn or generalize the things, or and which type of questions to be, that means, asked by the students. So these are the learning details. Then if you move to the second top details, that is physical details. So which route they have to visit, the route of the place, and at what time they are going, and what personal equipments they have to brought the students, and which refreshment is prepared to to uh, for the students. And we should give so much information regarding the refreshment. Everything should not be, every type of refreshment should not be encouraged. Why? Because it may spoil the weather of, if anybody gets ill, automatically the field trip becomes upset and it disturbs. So we should some guidelines to the students regarding the refreshment also, and the meals or the lunch, whatever it may be. We should give some guidelines to the students which type of meal should be prepared by themselves and to be brought to the field trip. And every student or the supervisor should come with the first aid box if anything happens in the field, and they should come with cameras. Nowadays we are going with the mobile phones, so that is having cameras. So if it is necessary to take good pictures using the high digitalized cameras, we can ask the students to come with high definition cameras, whatever it may be. And what materials they should carry, these all this list, these all the details should be given in the guide sheet of physical details. So this is a about the physical details, and which we move to the third one. What are the administrative details? The administrative details means what is the purpose of the visit. We have to explain to the field in charge to where, to which place we are visiting, and we should explain to the field in charge what learning outcome we are expecting from the field or field visit. So that permission should be we should get the permission from the authorities of the field or the community resource, and we should get the permission from the organization where we are going to visit, and we should get the permission from the school authorities, means principal or management, by informing regarding our field list. This comes under the administrative details. Then if you move to the checklist for a effective planning, there's we should go prepare a checklist before going to the field visit. What that component should be inserted in checklist? Just have a look on that. Already what we have discussed. From that we can conclude that what is the objective of the checklist we have to explain to the students, and that should be very perfect. And the second thing is what time and date we are going to departure to the field trip, and what time and date we are coming back, that means date and time of return. Next, the name of the supervisor. Sometimes the teacher may not go as there, we will send another teacher sometimes. So the name of the teacher or the field trip in charge or supervisor of the field trip should be very clear to the students. And rules of conduct means the behavior, what type of behavior they have to exhibit during the field trips, field visits. That is rule of conduct we have to give, and which material should be brought by the students and the supervisor, that should be inserted in the checklist. And cost of the trip should be announced to the students to bring that amount. Next, the permissions, whether they got or not from the parents, we have to check. So we should get the permission slips from the consent letters, we can say, from the parents before the field trip or field visit only. This is about the checklist, we can say. Then what about the transport facility? Whenever we want to visit the field visit, we should not go directly to the field. Why? Because if you go and directly to the some field visit, it may be a holiday, or it may not get the sufficient right information from the field. So when we are planning to move to the field trip, prior to the visit, the supervisor along with the representative of the field visit students, we should the teacher along with the representative should visit before the field visit to check whether the learning experience can be learn or get or not from the field, and whether the objective of the field work will be achievable or not, and is the evaluation can be done or not. That all should be checked by the representative of the class and supervisor of the class. So when we visited this Kilavarangal or Fort Varangal temple recently, the garden is closed and some other things are closed. So these type of things we should keep in mind when we are planning the field trip. That means prior to the field trip or prior to the tour, or the supervisor or the in charge of the tour or the field trip should visit and evaluate all the things, whether the learning outcome can be brought or not, or the objective of the field trip can be achieved or not. These things should be checked before the moving to the field visit. So the transport should be provided by the school authorities only, with maximum measures to be safe be safe. Yes, this is about the transport facility we have to look after.